To start off, can you outline how MLOps is structured in your current company?
Sure. We have a small platform ML team that owns the pipelines, while data scientists focus on feature engineering and experimentation.
Who owns which part of the lifecycle, data scientists, ML engineers, or DevOps?
Data scientists prototype in notebooks, ML engineers package the code, write Docker files, and push to Git. DevOps reviews and for changes.
How do model requirements move from experimentation to production backlogs?
Jira tickets link to MLflow runs. Once metrics hit a target, the ticket moves to ready for production and triggers a pipeline template.
What CI/CD solution are you using to automate training and deployment?
We run GitHub Actions that kick off a self-hosted Argo workflows cluster for training, testing, and image building.
Could you walk me through a typical pipeline trigger from a merge pull request to a live endpoint?
After the merge, Argo builds containers, registers the model in MLflow, and updates a Helm chart that our GitOps tool deploys.
Which model registry do you rely on, and how do you version artifacts?
MLflow is our registry. Each artifact gets a semantic version tag plus the Git SHA for traceability.
How do you manage data versioning alongside code and model versions?
We use DVC to snapshot raw and process datasets. Training scripts pull data via a commit hash, so results are reproducible.
Do you maintain a feature store? If so, what tech stack powers it?
Yes, we run Feast backed by Redis online and BigQuery offline. It keeps feature definitions and transformations consistent.
How are experiments tracked and compared across iterations?
Experiments are logged to weights and biases. Dashboards compare F1, latency, and cost across different hyperparameter sweeps.
Tell me about your testing strategy: unit, integration, and data drift tests.
Unit tests cover data schemas. Great Expectations validates new data. We run integration tests against a staging endpoint.
Once a model is deployed, how do you monitor prediction quality in real time?
We emit labeled traffic to a monitoring topic, then a Spark job computes real-time AUC. Anything below the 0.82 pages us.
What alerting thresholds or SLAs have you set for model performance?
We define SLAs in Prometheus. Alert Manager fires if P95 latency 150 ms or accuracy dips more than 3 points.
How do you handle canary or shadow deployments before full rollout?
We route 5% of traffic to a canary on Kubernetes. If error budgets are fine, we progressively ramp up over 6 hours.
Can you describe a rollback you've executed when a model degraded?
Last quarter, a model skewed on a holiday dataset. We used Argo rollouts to revert to the previous stable revision in under 5 minutes.
Which container runtime or serverless platform do you target for serving?
We serve with Kserve on top of Istio, which gives us auto-scaling and request-level tracing.
How do you secure private model images and prevent unauthorized pulls?
Images live in a private ECR repo with IAM-scoped policies and image scanning hooks from Trivi.
Do data scientists have self-service tooling, or do they rely on a platform team?
Data scientists push YAML specs to a sandbox namespace. The platform team owns prod namespaces and network policies.
What role does infrastructure as code play in your MLOps setup?
All infra is codified with Terraform. Even GPU node groups are parameterized and spun up on demand.
How do you budget GPU or accelerator resources across concurrent trainings?
We run a Carpenter-managed GPU pool that scales by queue length and terminates idle nodes after 15 minutes.
What cost optimization measures have proven effective in your workflows?
Using spot instances for batch training and EBS lifecycle policies cut our bill by 28%.
Have you introduced automated model retraining based on data freshness?
Yes, daily Airflow DAGs retrain critical models when data drift exceeds our KS stat threshold.
How do you quantify business impact before greenlighting a new model?
We estimate ROI with a sandbox/B test. If lift 2% and LTV impact is positive, we ship.
What governance policies cover fairness, explainability, or compliance?
Our policy team mandates SHAP explanations for regulated models and quarterly bias audits.
Which observability stack logs, metrics, traces do you integrate with?
We use the ELK stack plus Jaeger traces. A single graph on a dashboard aggregates everything.
Have you leveraged a /B testing framework specifically for ML models?
Yes, Flagger lets us run online a/B tests and automatically promote winners once they meet KPI thresholds.
In cross-team collaborations, what documentation artifacts are mandatory?
We require an ADR, an updated data contract, and an MLflow model card before promotion to prod.
How do you educate non-ML stakeholders about model limitations?
We hold brown bag sessions explaining confidence intervals and edge case behaviors to product and CS teams.
Could you share a story where tight MLOps practices directly saved a release?
During Black Friday, we caught a labeling bug early because model metrics were front and center on Grafana. We hot-fixed within the hour.
Conversely, when did inadequate MLOps tooling cause pain, and how did you fix it?
A few years back, we lacked data drift checks. A model silently degraded for weeks. We added evidently AI pipelines after that fiasco.
Finally, what improvements are next on your MLOps roadmap?
Next up, we're migrating to declarative pipelines with Dagster and exploring serverless GPU inference using AWS SageMaker Inferentia.